She handed you something simple, an orange, and said, "Can you peel this for me?" You looked at her, confused. You thought, "You have hands." So you laughed it off. Or worse, you refused. And in that moment, you didn't just reject a request. You failed a test. You didn't even know you were taking, because to you, it was about logic. But to her, it was about connection. And here's the part no one tells you. Women don't test you directly. They test you silently, emotionally, indirectly. And if you don't understand the language, you'll lose her, and never even know why. Today, you're going to see what most men never see. Not what she says, but what she actually craves. You speak in facts. She lives in feelings. You want clarity. She wants connection. You think attraction is instant. For her, it builds, slowly, based on how safe she feels with you. That's why you get confused. You think everything is fine, while she's already drifting away. Because while you're listening to her words, she's watching your awareness, your presence, your ability to feel what isn't being said. And if you miss it, she doesn't correct you. She just starts pulling back. Here's your first mistake. You think love is about doing what she asks. It's not. It's about seeing what she doesn't ask, because every time she has to explain herself, she feels more alone. And over time, that silence turns into distance, and that distance turns into the sentence men fear the most. I just don't feel the same anymore. Craving number 1, relief, not help. She doesn't want your help. She wants your awareness. She doesn't want to tell you the milk is gone, the house feels off, or something needs fixing. She wants you to notice it, because when you don't, she doesn't feel unsupported. She feels alone in responsibility. So here's the shift. Stop waiting to be told. Walk into your life like a man who sees everything and handles it before it becomes a conversation. Craving number 2. The small moments that decide everything. She points at something random, a bird, a cloud, something meaningless. You ignore it. To you, it's nothing. To her, it was an invitation into her world, and you declined it. You don't lose women in big moments. You lose them in these tiny, repeated misses. So next time, pause, look, engage. Not because it matters to you, but because it matters to her. Craving number 3, emotional leadership. She won't always tell you what's wrong, not because she's hiding, but because she's testing. Can you feel it when without being told? If the energy shifts and you ignore it, she doesn't feel safe opening up. But if you stay calm, grounded, present, she softens. So stop reacting, start reading, and most importantly, control your own emotions first. Because a man who can't handle himself can't lead anything. Craving number 4, strength she can rest in. She doesn't want a soft man. She doesn't want a controlling man either. She wants something rare. A man who is calm, strong, and unshakable. Not loud, not aggressive, just grounded. The kind of man who doesn't panic, doesn't crumble, doesn't chase chaos. Because when life gets heavy, she doesn't want to carry you too. She wants to feel that if everything falls apart, you won't. Craving number 5, clarity in a world of confusion. Most men play games, delay answers, hide intentions, stay vague. But here's what she actually respects. A man who says what he wants, clearly, calmly, without fear, not needy, not forceful, just certain. Because in a world full of confusion, clarity feels like power. Craving number 6, the woman who needs nothing. She tells you, I'm fine. I don't need much. And you believe her. That's where you lose her. Because the woman who asks for nothing is the one who silently keeps score, not out of manipulation, but out of exhaustion. She's tired of feeling like asking means begging, so instead, she waits. And if you never notice, she leaves, quietly. Craving number 7, presence over performance. Put the phone down. Not sometimes, fully. Because she doesn't care about your posts, your highlights, your image. She cares about one thing. Are you here, or just physically present? Because attention today is rarer than love. And when you give it fully, you separate yourself from every other man. Craving number 8. How you handle her distance. She pulls away, and most men panic. They chase, they overtalk, they lose control. And that's exactly what pushes her further. Because she's not testing your neediness. She's testing your stability. Can you stay grounded, even when she disconnects? Can you give space without losing yourself? Because if you can't, she knows she'll have to manage you, and she doesn't want that job. Craving number 9. A man with his own center. If your happiness depends on her, she will feel it, and slowly, she'll start to pull away, not because she doesn't care, but because she doesn't want to be your source. She wants to be part of your life, not the reason it exists. So build yourself, your discipline, your purpose, your internal stability, because the more you need her, the less she can relax around you. Craving number 10. Unconditional presence. There will be days where she's emotional, confused, distant, and in those moments, she's not looking for solutions. She's watching one thing. Do you stay? Not physically, emotionally. Do you remain steady, even when she isn't? Because deep down, she wants to know. Your presence isn't temporary. It's not dependent on her mood. It's constant, like a mountain that doesn't move, no matter the weather. All of this is not 10 different things. It's one. Presence. Not words, not money, not effort. Presence. The ability to see, to feel, to lead, without being asked. Because the moment she has to teach you how to love her, she feels alone in the relationship, and that's when it begins to end. So here's your discipline. Every morning, remember, she won't be here forever. Act accordingly. Throughout the day, observe more, speak less, notice everything. At night, ask yourself one question. Did I lead, or did I wait? And if the answer is uncomfortable, good. That's where growth starts. She doesn't want perfection. She wants certainty, not in words, but in presence. So stop trying to impress her. Stop trying to win her. Become the man. She doesn't have to question. If this hit you, don't ignore it. Most men will hear this, nod, and go back to being the same. But a few will actually change. Which one are you? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you're ready to become the man, she never has to second guess. Subscribe to Void Response. Because here, we don't chase attention. We become the man. Attention follows.